Sorry I haven't recorded much of the build going on. It's just that the fact is that I am pushing for time, and I've had a lot of family problems come up in the last couple of days, which I've been sorting out. So I've just been doing this in between my spare time. And like I said beforehand, it is very difficult with using my phone to do it with. So until something changes and I can get better cameras, it's just sadly not going to happen. But I can show you what I have done so far. So this is a Ford 5610 block. We've got it all honed out. Pistons are in, all torqued and everything's done. There is the original bearings in here, new bearings for the actual crank, but the original ones in for here because the ones I've got are slightly oversized and they didn't meet the spec. So, but the other ones were pretty good. We've got the balance gear on with the new dowels in already, one in there and one up there. Oil pumps on with the drive shaft in, and basically that's about all that's done to her. We got this plate on, we got the camshaft in, and we're all pretty good. We've also got the adapter in here for the oil pressure switch, which is sitting here. So this is an old one, but I managed to go to the shop, buy one, and then just tap it out to fit that in perfectly. It's going to stick out about that far, but you know that's quite a few threads in, and then it will torque in nice and tight, so it shouldn't leak. That's the plan. I've got to get a bung for there. I'm not sure what size it is, but I went and bought some bungs from the shop, and I got a 3/4 one, thinking, yeah, it looks about 3/4, and it just not quite. I don't know if it's just shy of 3/4 or what it is, but it's not 3/4 anyway. Wants to, but it's just not quite. And half is too small. So I'm not really sure what size it is, but I have got a bung which, okay, I don't know where I put it. I found a bung that did fit. It's actually off a 40-gallon drum, I think. So I was going to use that as a guide when I go up to the shop and see if I can get a bung for that. So try to put brass ones in. This one, all I've done is put Loctite around it and hopefully it will seal. This one's got Loctite and a rubber ring squidged in between, so that shouldn't give me any problems. I like the idea of the brass. I think it looks quite cool. So especially on a new build. So yeah, all the new pistons are in. Cam guides are in. Got a bit of a mess to clean up, but other than that, we're all pretty sorted. We've cleaned out the. I've pressure washed the sump pan down. As you can see, it's got a bit of surface rust on it now. So tomorrow's job is to give this a bit of sand down, and then pop that on. And then I'm actually going to paint the engine while it's probably up like that, right around the two sides and the sump pan. And then it'll be laid down onto its oil pan, and that'll be where we'll then rig up the put the cylinder head on and all that. But I want to paint where the injector pump goes on. For this one, for this cover here, I'm just going to put this cover on for now. When we do it, it's not going to be on there because obviously I've got the steering to go on there, so the steering pump to go on there, but it's just there to stop shit going in. Plan is to build this up on a frame, and then we'll get it so we can test run it. I've also got to put this bit in because this is actually out of that block, out of this very block. I'm going to put this in here, so clean that out and tighten that up. I'm really sure there should be something to sort of hold that in place, but I'm going to clean it all up and put a bit of Loctite on it. That way it shouldn't I say come. And we've got a filter here, which is it's not used. It is a brand new one. It's been turned upside down, but that goes in there like so. So we've got a filter that neatly goes onto there, neatly fits into the seal around there. So I've got to go and rob a water pump off the other engine, put on here, and I've also got to find the temp sensor gizmo, which is on the thing. I actually thought, and for some strange reason, I don't know what's happened to it, but I'm not really sure what's happened to the one that I actually had here. But I did have a brand new temp sensor, and for some strange reason I can't seem to find it. We've got the new fuel return for the injectors. This is going to be slightly off because we're going to put eventually it's going to get a heater put in. But for now, it'll do the job for a thing. Got the new injectors to go on. Oil pump, new injector pipe, sorry. New injectors. That's just a lens. The good old injector pump, which has lost a rubber cap for some strange reason. It was on there a few minutes ago, I'm sure it was. Oh well. Keep that in mind. I don't know what I did with that. But yeah, because we've got the injector pump. Don't know if I should paint that or not. Pass your opinion, see what you think. Should I paint the injector pump, or should I leave the injector pump as is? That's the $1 million question that we've got to ask ourselves. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. I'm sure we'll think of something. But I am looking forward to getting it going. Hopefully it does work and does the job. I think I will end up painting it, to be fair, because I don't know, yeah, I think I'll end up painting it. Hopefully it's all timed. I haven't turned it or anything, so hopefully it's timed. Then we'll hopefully get that on fitted. What's today? Today it is 5 o'clock and it is Tuesday, so Wednesday painting and drying. Thursday hopefully get the next coat of paint on, and maybe get the injector pump on that evening. Maybe get a set down and a sump pan. We'll see how it goes. Then I've got to clean up the flywheel also, so I've got to try and sort this out, clean all this up, and get that sorted, ready to put on. Clutch, I can't put that on at the moment. I've also got to put that back plate on there. I'll sort out the front cover plate. Got the oil seal to put on. I've put the new seal in here. So I've got a new seal in here and a new gasket. I've still got a lot of stuff to do to the head. Where it's been sitting, it's got slightly rusty, so we need to wire brush it down just a bit, keep it clean. You've got to blow out all the little injector holes, and I'm not sure where they are. There we go. And I've got to put all these little things in. I'm not sure what those rubbers are now. What are those rubbers in there? Don't really want to open that until I'm ready to put the head on, so find out into the head. And I'm not sure what that gasket's for. I'm guessing it's a different style, one version of these. I guess they like have one sort of set out to be different, but I'm not sure. It's like this. I got another one of them. I'm not sure why I got another one of them either. I'm sure there is a reason for it, but I've so far only needed to use one of them. So maybe it's if you have a turbo. I don't know. Doesn't hurt to have extra. I think that's your injector pump gasket there. Pretty sure that's your injector pump gasket. So yeah, pretty cool. That's your cover gasket there, front timing cover gasket. Yeah, I'm sure that gasket there is if you need to use these, because obviously these are your side seals, which you would normally put in, but this one doesn't have that. It's sort of your side seals are non-existent. It basically uses a crankshaft seal and that gasket to hold all the oil in, which seems a bit odd, but it's the way it is. It's the way it is. So worked for many years like that, so work again. Put the original oil pump back on, so hopefully that'll work. So next video will probably be hopefully have all painted, injector pump on, sitting, and maybe have the head on, and it'll look like an engine again, maybe. For the canter update, I did get the new pressure turbo sensor for the manifold. That turned up. Tried it, no difference. So I'll see if I can get a man to plug a computer in and see what you can come up with. I ran out of ideas. I don't know if you can put their turbo together wrong on those fusos. Like, because when I took it apart, I knew nothing about them, so I put it together how I thought it needs to go together and what looks best. I don't know if you can get the vanes the wrong way, so where it's closed, it thinks it's open. So I may have to take turbo off again. But at the moment, all I know is Jap crap, and those fusos are not worth the money to buy, because something so simple is turning out to be such a major problem. And I've lost out on loads of money on it, so I've spent over 500 quid now on sensors, and people's time, and that's not counting some of the garage costs, and I can't afford to spend any more on it at the moment, so it's just going to have to sit there basically. My plan is I've got to get this going, ready for moving stuff next Christmas, so, and hopefully I'll have better luck starting this up than I will having that fuso. So, but thanks for watching. Please don't forget to join us on all our other pages, and I'll try and keep you up to date. Take care.